the most sophisticated of the start systems that we've had. I think we tried one in China at the first World Championships, and I think it cost them about $50,000 for the equipment made for it. And that was sort of like a gripping device that swung open. But this one here, it's very rapid. Those yellow things come down. You watch when they go. They're ready and they're off. You see the disappearance of the yellow things now. They're going to build up their speeds. About 20 strokes they go there to get the boat really up and running. And then they slow back down again slightly into a longer, powerful stroke. Canada once more. You look at that, the head-on shot there, the paddles are coming back almost the same angle all the way down the boat. You look along the hands at the top of the stroke, they're coming up. There is a little bit of lack of synchronicity there, but not enough to make them slow them down. I think they've got themselves a bit of a lead. And I think Ukraine on the right is doing pretty well. Is that Czech Republic? Yes, Czech Republic. More deliberate stroke. That's using more arms than shoulders and body. There's Ukraine hitting the water there, not quite in time. You see the boat bobbing at sort of, that produced a little bit more resistance against the water. But Canada, Hungary, we've got Australia rather. Australia now doing into their length. Just a little bit of drag on this very side. Definitely Canada out there. Australia and Ukraine chasing them. Haven't seen anything of the Hungary boat yet on this race. Now they're coming up level with that camera. About 200 meters to go. Canada, Australia. They're the ones that are heading out. Across the line well ahead of the others.
1000 meter junior A and junior B open. Lane number 2, kettes pályán, Australia.
There they go.
Lane number 3, hármas pályán, Canada. Lane number 4, négyes pályán, Czech Republic. And
see the boat shape, the more level you can get it front to back, then that's how it's supposed to be run. That's how they're designed to move. Maybe there isn't a Hungary in this boat in this one. I don't know. Czech Republic seems to have been left behind a bit. Ukraine is behind, but it's between Australia and Canada again. All being followed up by the umpires. And the umpire on the right of those two white boats must have seen something that they are looking closely at, because they moved across in behind the Czech Republic's boat. They're moving out. And you see the drummer is actively drumming. That's what the rules say. The drum must be actively beaten. And here they are. You can see that. Everybody knows that that one's being beaten well and truly. Some people seem to be a bit shy about it, and you can hardly see a movement of the stick. And they're coming up towards the finish now. And although the angle's going to change slightly, I'm fairly sure that Canada will manage to tip Australia. By the way the cameras turn and so forth, we have been run before. Oh, here they come, here they come. Oh, just a dragon's head. Canada, Australia. Czech Republic going to take Ukraine, so presumably
then here comes Czech Republic.
Nobody just crossed it out on my sheet. There's no Hungary in that race.
And the Ukraine in 4th position. So Canada, Australia,
that was the end of race
Czech Republic,
48.
Ukraine.
And
Heat 2 coming up.
you see the splash when those cups come down. Amazing that you can't sort of damage anything when they come down that fast. You set off straight away. And you see the Czechs, now the Ukrainians. That boat's not yet quite up onto the waves. And the Australians now churning the water.
Hey Murray, how are you doing?
It's a familiar voice coming back to here again. And I see that we're eventually going to have ourselves an overhead camera. It's just gone, the frame's just gone whizzing past us. There's the Canada boat, and you can see the fairly clear entry and exit from the water. And here we come up towards the finish line. Oh, yeah. 1/10 of a second or so between the two of them. That's great. That's another race with a close finish.
So that was the Junior A and Junior B Open, was it, Murray?
That's right, yes.
Yeah.
And we've already got people lined up. There should only be 3. Oh, I just noticed a type error because they've got Hungary in this race as well. So I was talking about them in lane 1, the first race.
This
Hungary,
is the next race.
China and Poland. They're the people in the next boat. That's heat number 2.
Junior A and Junior B Open, Heat 2.
Race 49. Yeah, that's faded into the big screen again. And I think that's the same picture you're seeing. I hope it is. Otherwise, you'll be listening to something that I can't see.
The starters have done an amazing job with this. I mean, yes, the system's worked brilliantly, and but it's just.
We have an outside broadcast system behind us, who have got a complete sort of studio on a truck there. They're the ones that have their cameras and things, and they control the pictures. And we're told that whatever appears on the big screen are the ones that will be going out on the live stream.
Who's that, Murray? Which team's that? Which team's that? That's China?
That's China.
Unmistakable.
China. Yeah. We're not going to miss them. And that's Poland on the right-hand side.
I was talking to Bob Morrow earlier, and he was the IDBF vice president, and he was talking, asking him about this under-24 team, which is a sort of interim. It's quite recent, isn't it? This helping for like a transition classification for the teams.
Yes, it is. We found that it has some very keen juniors racing against each other, but then there was a gap, and they weren't big enough and strong enough to get into the open crew. And of course they were lost to dragon boats because they went off.
And they're off.
Yeah, they found other sports. So now we've got this under 24 as a middling classification to keep them into the sport and let them come through into the open. And you can see the off there now. The Chinese
they look like they're in the lead already.
Really thumping that water. They're doing it the hard way, really chucking that paddle down very sharply, and it's what you do when the paddle's in the water. You really work for it. Poland are not doing too badly either, are they? Out there on the right, and we can expect though that the Chinese are that metronomic, really rapid speed. Somebody's being signalled on by the umpire. Can't get a big broad shot then, but I just saw a flag being waved at somebody. Yeah, there's a flag being waved by the umpire there, a red one. There's something going on. Somebody broken some sort of a rule.
Oh, there's a flag up, right?
Yeah, a red flag. So
is that just instant disqualification, or?
Well, no, they don't give. They don't make the decisions. The umpires pass what they think to the chief official at the end of the race and explain the situation. and let's see how it comes. We don't know that. That's all in the other side of the tower from us. But this is a very close race. It's really good to see. Look at that. And the Chinese slightly lower rate than the adults have been using. They're closer to a European style of paddling. Certainly Hungary are wound up for this one. They look like they've got the lead. 1, 2, 3 by the look of it. 200 metres. What about the Chinese? That's not their top speed, that is. They'll go much faster than that towards the finish. They don't discount China in any of the classes. See, the paddle strokes are going absolutely much more precise than the other two teams. Hungary are pretty good, but they're certainly a bit better than the Polish guys there. Now we're coming back to the Hungarian one. The ones I read out at the beginning for the previous race, they weren't. They entered their names down in both of them. So there's a bit of a typo error. That's it. Get the paddle as vertical as they can, bury the paddle in the water. Make it use the water that it's got. Paddles might not be highly technical, but they certainly are exactly the same patterns as the one that came out of Hong Kong with the wooden paddles. Right, they've left Poland behind now. And it's now between Hungary and China. And look at that, head down, they're not looking at anything else, they're just concentrating what they're doing. And there we go. China, Hungary. 2/10 of a second or so.
Team China first, Hungary second, and Team Poland third.
I mean, some of these people from the different countries can't speak any of their languages, each other's languages, but they certainly have a camaraderie where when they come off the water they clap each other's and then go back to their relaxation, perhaps. That was the second heat for that event, and they're well, I'm just looking to see when they come back for the next one. Grand final 16:50. We're now 13:40, so they've got a bit of time. That's the start, the first few strokes, getting the boat going. Really dig deep and hit that, pull that boat along and lift it up. Now the drummer's drumming there. I don't know if it's what the problem is from the umpire's point of view, what they were doing wrong. Can't see anything here. There's the drummer certainly hitting that one. Actually, I don't think that was striking the drum. Going through the action, but not hitting the drum, I don't know. You see how they're slightly out of time there. That chap in the middle of the frame. Whereas there, their paddles are virtually the same both sides of the boat. I keep saying it is precision. Takes an awful lot of work and a lot of kilometres. But I noticed when I was in, looks like we're getting another race lined up. I haven't got the names. But in Shanghai, we had a World Championship there. They had a great big sports area, massive sports area, and they had a big hall with sort of like the seating for a dragon boat, with water with water in, and a race 50 is coming out of it. Yes, good. So the studio tell me, and we the people paddle but there's like a concrete pathway between them, so that the coach can go along and do the coaching right through the winter, which they can't do on the on the frozen rivers. So we've got they've got an advantage. They can carry on through the winter. I don't know what's happening in other countries where they get a lot of frost, but they've got to do something to get their training with the precision of the strokes between the crews. Crews having a little bit of problem trying to get themselves straight on the course. I'm just having a look at my list now, see where I've got myself to. That was 49, 50. Well, if we are on race 50, should be 4 crews out there. And this is the Senior A, that's the Master Dragon of the over 40s. Hungary, Canada, United States and Ukraine. Some people we haven't seen today yet, the Iranians, they've got a crew here. They were in the 2000 yesterday. Maybe they're not doing the longer distance, because tomorrow we go to the 200 meters, and that's the start of this race, number 50. And 4 crews. That looks like it, doesn't it? Ukraine on the right hand side, you can see they're definitely yellow. Darker colours of the United States inside them. Canada second from the left, and Hungary on the left. So those 3 on the left, we expect to find them very close together when they get up here. There's Hungary, get those paddles stamping right down into the water. That's it. Senior A women. Senior A women. Don't like to be talked about age, of course, now, but they are over 40. Well, they would probably say 32, wouldn't they?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Heat 1,
Yes,
Senior
Canada.
A women competition. In lane number 2, kettes pályán,
See the hands
Hungary,
all parallel when they
Magyarország.
come up.
Lane number 3, hármas pálya,
That's
Canada. Lane number 4,
the timing, the
négyes
precision,
pálya,
the
the United
USA.
States. And lane number 5,
Just bringing the paddle out, slightly different
Ukraine.
angle to the way the Canadians do it. Ukraine once again, the top hand comes down a little lower than the other ones. So they're paddled a bit further away from the boat when they're recovering. Here we go now. We've got, and I think we can probably see now that Canada has got themselves a pretty. Don't know where they're based, these teams. This team, you've got such big distances between one part of Canada and another. The 2 big centres are Toronto and Vancouver, but there's a lot of paddling going around Montreal and the other cities. And they take them to the sport in a great way. I think there's one club that's got actually 20 odd teams in the Montreal area. That's rather fun. And they have some tremendous races. Yes, they are. It's taking shape, this already, isn't it? USA and Ukraine there on the right hand side, Canada on the left, showing the way. we'll soon see at the end of this race if the official result of that previous race comes up, because the umpire was holding a red flag up, which means he spotted something that they didn't like. He then has to report to the chief official, who weighs up what they've seen, what other people have seen in the judging area, and they will get come up with the final decision. Umpire can't disqualify or so forth anybody in a race. They pass the message up to the chief official to adjudicate. When I'm umpiring, I usually radio through to them, say, look at lane number 3, there's something going on there. And they can see what we've
Team Canada
spotted.
Senior A team
And
looks like unstoppable.
make their decisions against my
Megállíthatatlanak tűnnek
report.
a kanadai szenyorás hölgyek.
So Senior A Canada seems to hold the fort here, and this is just heat number 1.
Azért
Here we're
biztosan a
coming up
magyar
towards the
hölgyeket
finish
is
now. I
egy
can
kis
hear them
levanadásban
outside.
vannak.
And that's Canada over the line. They've got
Team Canada win!
a boat's length of water between them and the next boat, the USA.
USA in second,
And then Ukraine.
Ukraine in third,
And Hungary coming up.
and
Following
Team
up.
Hungary
And it's good for the sport that these folks can do this sort of thing when they're
in
practicing
fourth
at the clubs.
position.
That
Sorrendet,
the
hölgyeim és
youngsters
uraim,
know
Kanada,
that
USA, Ukrajna,
their
Magyarország.
efforts are being supported by these people who are as keen as anybody to win a race. And there they go, wandering. Yeah, that's the start. Boom, boom. Launch that boat. Sharp movement of the hands going down, cutting into the water before they push that back. If you want to reach too far forward, some people stroke. The hand is closer to the forehead at the beginning of the stroke, but that means that the paddle is sort of drawing water, air bubbles into the water. See that, chopping the water.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming up the
That's
medal
clean entry
presentation
into the water.
for the Premier Mix 1000 meter.
And
Hölgyeim
there
és
they go.
uraim, a Premier vegyes csapatok 1000 méteres versenyének
Very good
elő
shots of the,
készületei és maga a verseny
seniors
után
doing
nincs
their
más hátra,
stuff.
mint az eredményhirdetés és az ünnepélyes
For the juniors to
eredmény.
Yeah, and there they go over the line. So shortly we'll have the heat number 2, where we will see Czech Republic, Australia and Germany. And lo and behold, they pop up on the screen. They must be nearly ready. They seem to be sitting fairly steadily. Australia and Germany.
Hölgyeim és uraim, fogadják óriási nagy tisztelettel Jánosi Péter urat, a Magyar Sárkányhajó Szövetség általános elnök helyettesét, a MOV tagját,
Hamburg for the
a
European
szervezőbizottság elnökét.
end of August.
And please welcome Mr. Bob Monroe,
But I'm also taking
Vice
a
President
team
of the IDBF.
of extreme novices from
Hölgyeim és uraim,
relatives of the King Alfred School.
Ladies and
And we're going to go and challenge the town
in
authority
the Premier
of
Mix
Plön
1000 meter,
in the north of Germany.
bronze medalist,
And we were all at the
Bronzérmes.
school there in the 1950s.
China!
There's an umpire. The helm's got his hand up. He's not quite happy with the angle of the boat. And right in front of us we're getting another medal presentation. Here comes China, who must be third in that race, their final. But I'm now watching the screen for the start of this race. The Czechs, Australia and Germany. Stand by for the drop of those yellow cups that hold the head of the dragon. They're off. Who's looking the smartest away? I think it has to be Australia. A little bit ragged on the left there, the Czech Republic. And now Germany got themselves underway. They had just a bit of a hiccup in the transition to the longer stroke. Yes, I think The Germans now looking well set, getting that power on. Yeah, umpire. We have an umpire's vote at the 50-metre mark from the start, because if there happened to be a false start, umpire goes across the front with a red flag. It's always exciting when it takes them a moment to realise in the boat what's happening. You're getting all these boats charging down on you, and for a bit of adrenaline, it's great fun. Right, now Germany seems to have got the measure of Australia. Czech Republic, you can see there's a little bit of red, and there's somebody at the back there has not got his timing quite right. That's the Master Dragons women, over 40 ladies.
In second place,
Over 40 years of age, 20 paddlers in each boat.
Canada!
Two people all together there. The Canadian team coming up to the podium. They've got a second for change. A silver medal. Wow. Going back to the river. Oh, great big Canadian flag got in the way. Yeah. Australia now taking it away. Probably getting this angle, getting on for a length ahead. Let me just see where I can see the. Yeah, almost a length ahead, the Australians on this one. Yeah, see there, 500 metres. The Czechs having a go, but they're being outsmarted. Some good timing there. They've done a lot of practice together. And the paddles being recovered almost exactly the same distance above. You can see that by the hands along the line there. The more you can get, it's rather like within a car's engine, the more you can get the pistons working exactly the same moment, and that's the energy that you produce. I think somewhere in Hungary some people racing cars, but we can't hear them from here. They're over near Budapest. And we've got, that will come up at the weekend, won't it? Look at that, the water's gone quite still now. Just a little bit of a ripple on the water when we started today. Well, that's quite glassy, isn't it? Lovely reflection. What have we got coming up now? We're going to wait for now the winner of this particular presentation. I can see our 83-year-old paddler in the background there, who's acting as an interpreter for the for the Canadians in Hungary. Australia have got themselves an easy task, haven't they, here now? They can use this as a training practice run now, just to get everything right. Come on, don't work too hard, don't want to peak too soon. And that's it, I can hear them now coming along outside. Don't go outside because of the big loudspeakers. Obviously, and here they come across the line.
And in heat number 2,
we haven't had too much of
Australia wins.
Commentary on the local thing, because our
please
chat is probably
gold medalist
taking a lunch break.
Team USA!
As USA came first in whichever one this was. They look to be fairly junior to me. Oh, that's the under 24, but they look a bit more than 18 years old. Mixed under 24s. We're trying to see the Americans coming up. Yeah.
We're at the medal ceremony rosters again, and Team USA are in gold medal position in position to receive their gold medals from Peter Rosi, the Hungarian, as well as IDBF Vice President, and Bob Morrow, the Vice President of the IDBF Hungarian uniform. Understandably, naturally, very, very happy, and to all you. It's lovely to see again so many people in the stands, just happy to watch their family or friends receive accolade for all that training that they've been putting in over the last year or so to come to the World Championships and achieve what they've achieved. So Team USA are on the roster. We have next to them Canada in second position, and also we have I believe, I don't know who I think it's don't know, maybe somebody in the studio could tell me who the third place bronze team is, but we'll wait and see. Well, hopefully you can stay with us for this final medal presentation before the next race starts. In a moment we'll be called to order so that we can pay our respects to the national anthem of Team USA, and you can hear them, and here we go, because the national anthems are coming.
And now please rise for the national anthem of the United States. Thank you and congratulations to Team USA, Canada and China.
So that was China that we could hear in bronze position. I'm sorry I couldn't give you that immediately, but there's Team USA with their gold medals, and obviously delighted. So are both the other teams, and I'm just going to get in and say hello to the teams. Congratulations, Team USA. Behind that lens, are you?
Thank you so much.
Are you going to win another one? Okay, so gold medal, but I don't know what the next race is because we have not been given that information. We will as soon as we know it, and as always, Murray Jones is on standby, ready to bring you the latest action in the latest event. You know, things, we just have to wait for updates, but I think we've got a race. We have a race. Murray Jones, over to you, Murray.
So we have a race on our hands. I'm just looking through the slips of paper that have been passed out to us.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming up now, the Senior A Open 1000 meter heat number 1. Hölgyeim és uraim, következik
I'm just looking
az első előfutam a Senior A kategóriában.
There's paper everywhere.
Lane number 1, egyes
I
pályán.
haven't got race 52.
Japan.
It is race 52.
Lane number 2, kettes pályán. Czech Republic. Lane number 3, hármas pályán.
52.
United States.
Senior A, the Master Dragons,
Lane number
open
4,
1000
egyes
meters.
pályán. Germany.
1 Japan, 2
And
Czech
lane number
Republic,
5,
3
Ötös
United
pályán,
States, 4 Germany,
Ukraine.
and 5 Ukraine. Now if I look round that great big screen, I should be able to see the same thing. That looks like Japan on the left, Czech Republic on the right, and United States in the middle there. Out on the right, Germany, and beyond them we should see the bright yellow of Ukraine. There's the top of the picture is Ukraine. Fairly evenly spaced now, but they've got a long way to go. See who's been doing the greatest distance in training. Pretty good synchronized through the crew. Ukraine paddles, you see their top hand is coming down a bit low and the paddles sort of waving around in the air between strokes, whereas some of the others, the paddles come back much closer to the vertical. The Czech Republic they're not too bad this time. Perhaps the United States have got a bit on them, I should say, at the moment. Allowing for the camera angle. Ukraine, the United States and Germany still fairly close. About a third of the course gone now. Should see on the bank behind them shortly a 500 meter marker, which is where we'll be racing. That's where the blue ribbon events happen. There's some very good close-up shots of the crews as they're coming along. Here they've left Japan trailing, unfortunately. Czech Republic, United States, Germany and Ukraine. That's the 4 that are up in the front there, and I can hear them coming, so they must be in the last couple of hundred strokes.
Let's see the finish line.
Bang, 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 coming along. There's the line, the finishing line, bang. Now, who's got it?
Very close.
Oh, very close. I think Germany, Ukraine, and USA.
Ukraine, Germany, and the United States.
It was close again.
But not sure.
We've had several of these, and we don't get the official result here for a while. Coming up on the screen in front of me. But when they've got it that close, they have to study the frames, pixel by pixel. And the Japanese coming through the line now. When we're umpiring following the boats, we have to make sure that we don't go across the finishing line before the last boat, because that sets off the timing device. So there they go now, relaxed, wind down, go back to the boat marshalling, get out of the boat and let the local volunteers empty the boat and prepare us for the next race.